let's not keep that going for too long without any of my talking, because that's going to copyright claim me into hell. I don't think Ahead in Time traditionally is very copyright heavy. There's also not a very nice song to start the stream with. I chose it because it was long, not because it was very fitting. So let's go to the next one. Train Rush, much better. Let's take a quick look at the team. I don't know how long today's stream is going to be. I've got a bit of a headache. It's insanely hot. I've been drinking water all day, but I just can't drink as much as I'm sweating out. It's just that easy. Okay, so we've got Rax, Bew, because why not? Yagdek 420, Alpooch. Oh, Electric Poochiana. Yeah, Alpooch. That's a bad name. I was really dying of heat stroke. And we've got Bacon, the Bacon, which had a Dragon Scale, I want to say. Let's keep that on him. That really doesn't do much either way. Taking it off. This is going to be the team we go into the next gym with. Question is, do we want to... We probably want to do the gym before we do Nugget Bridge, right? No, we definitely don't. Oh, that was almost bad. We definitely want to do Nugget Bridge first, because otherwise we're going to be stuck with a team of non-existent Pokemon to take on the entirety of Nugget Bridge. That wouldn't be a good time at all. That would be really, really, really bad. So, you're a strong boy. That's not good for me. I probably need to do some grinding before I take on this fight. Gonna be honest with you. I could have been, I could have planned that out a little bit better. It's not a Nuzlocke, luckily. If this was a Nuzlocke, oh, can you imagine doing this combined with a Nuzlocke? That would be hell. Please don't give Dominic any ideas. I didn't see what you were going to send. Ghastly. I can still gust you. That doesn't do a amount of damage. We might actually be able to get quite a way through this team. Are we going to be able to just beat this with a team that's half on the level? Because I'd kind of be okay with that. Absorb helps restore my HP. You would live with 1 HP. You would. Then you go with your Magby, which I don't really have much against. I guess Bacon resists whatever you have, and it has Bite. Well, that is the end of my team, because nothing on my team is living this. There we go. Magby is the thing to sweep me. It's also level 21, so that does make sense. Because it outspeeds everything I have. Let's do a little bit of grinding before we jump into everything today. We're at least going to... I should mention, there's a fan in my room. Like a mechanical fan, not like a person that likes my videos. Would have been a nice... I can still catch you. Do I want to though? I don't think I necessarily want to. So that's maybe making a little bit of extra background noise, but otherwise I will literally die over the course of the stream because it's insanely hot outside. So that'll be a thing. I don't think I necessarily need to level up Rex too much, actually, so I don't know why he's in the front of the party. I'm not paying attention. It's been a long and, again, fairly dehydrated day. And the reason I'm dehydrated is not because I've not been drinking, it's because... Again, I'm sweating out everything I drink faster than I can drink, so that does result in some hydration-related issues. I need an AC here. I don't have one, but I'd fucking love to have one. I've got a fan, which is very budget version of AC. It's a start. Better than nothing. I didn't know I had a fan. I had to look around a little bit, and it's not a particularly good working fan either. But it's a fan. It makes moving air, which at least makes the makes me think it's not as hot as it is. I misclicked the transition button again today. It's been a day. I blame almost dying of heat stroke because have you seen the weather? Thank you for pointing out the fact that that there was no video on screen now. That could have been real awkward if that lasted longer than it did. What is this? Is this Metro Dungeon? I don't think I added Metro Dungeon music today. Oh, it's Final Fantasy IV. Yeah, no, that makes sense. All these wild Pokemon are even too powerful to grind against. That is insanity. Anyhow, what was I talking about before I realized that that I was being an idiot? Oh, yeah, that's right. I never talked about anything before I realized I was an idiot because I realized that about 23 seconds after I was born. Also, I probably should be switch training, eh? That might not be a bad idea. Let's use our brain here for a moment. Combined with speed, the speed button, that is. And actually get some experience going here. Because God knows we need it. So, what are we going to do against Magnemite? I guess we can just go into Bacon and rage it. No, we can't rage it up. We can't bite it up. Okay, Magnemites are a bit of an issue. Not gonna lie, Magnemites. I don't have anything that can take care of a Magnemite. Yagdick maybe? Probably not, right? No, I can't. Yeah, Magnemite is a hard counter to my entire team. Luckily, Misty will not have any Magnemite. And there's always the chance of, like, Absorb won't do anything. Steel type is so fucking overpowered. They nerfed it in later generations a little, but Steel type is ridiculously overpowered. So, I have a story. I went to the grocery store today and I was a little annoyed, but I figured, you know what, this thing that's happening to me right now, and I'm going to explain what that is in a moment. I probably shouldn't be fighting level 16 Electric with a level 10 Electric, right? Make for a good story on stream, or on video if I forget to talk about it on stream. But since I don't have anything else to talk about right now, let's talk about this story. So, I went to the grocery store just to get some stuff. I didn't have any more bread, and I need bread because I need to live. This is a little known thing about humanity, humans. Talking is difficult. Is that we actually need to, like, consume food in order to eat. It's the weirdest fucking thing, right? So I go get bread. I go get, like, just like something nice to eat, just like some snacks and stuff, right? Which is all fine. And then I think, you know what? I'm gonna have hamburgers tonight. And with that, I'll get some bacon because that goes very well with hamburgers, right? So far, so good. And I figured if I'm going to get bacon, I'm not going to use it all on the hamburger, so I probably should get some eggs so that tomorrow morning I can use, and like over the next week or so, I can use the remaining bacon I don't use on the hamburgers with the eggs for breakfast. So I go get eggs, but obviously I don't check the egg carton myself because I'm assuming when I go into a grocery store that I'm not buying broken eggs. That being said, though, like, I know stocking the shelf, sometimes, like, especially something fragile like an egg, things can break, I understand, that's not an issue. And the people at, like, the cash registry actually, like, open up the cartons to check if none of the eggs are broken, which is a really... I appreciate that service, because I've been to a lot of grocery stores where they don't do that. And I don't do that either, because I don't think about doing that, even though I probably should at the grocery stores where they don't check it for you. You killed my grow vial. It's not a Nuzlocke, never mind. So, this person opens the carton and sees, oh, there's two eggs with, like, a little bit of, like, there's one with a hole in it with the egg white stuff coming out. It's probably not good, probably a fairly rotten egg at that point. And there's one that's just like bruised and it's got like cracks and stuff, and it's like, we're not going to sell you that. So she like picks up the phone they have at the cash registry, and she calls somebody, like, I don't know, a manager or whatever, assistant manager, I don't know. Called somebody like who can help her with the issue at hand, and the person at the other side of the phone don't pick up. And meanwhile, I'm just standing here with like the rest of my groceries and like a not full egg carton, so they're going to need to get me a new egg carton. Mind you, there's a shelf inside the store, like literally within a minute walking back and forth, full of these egg cartons. So after about a minute of like just standing there awkwardly, there's people behind me in line, I just offer like, you know what, I can go get a new one, and I'll just like be back in a minute, and we can fix it that way, right? It's not an issue. You can just like, I'll pay now. It's the same egg carton. You can help the people behind me in line. I'll get the egg carton and I can be on my way, like, independently. Seems like the most efficient way of resolving that issue, doesn't it? She says, no, I can call again in a minute and we'll see. I'm like, okay, but by the time you are ready to call again, I could have gone back and forth, gotten new eggs. So, I don't see logic here. After about, like, what must have been, like, another minute and a half to maybe even 2 minutes, she's like, oh, maybe, like, you can pay now. I've scanned this carton, but obviously all the cartons are the same price, so, you can pay, and you can just like wait around here for my colleague to get your new card. I'm like, okay, I pay, and I just stand there and wait, and the people behind me in line, they like check out their groceries and stuff like that, just like things are supposed to happen. I stand there for like 10 fucking minutes before somebody else comes along and gets me new eggs. Again, I feel the need to reiterate that if I had just walked to there myself and back, this whole ordeal would have taken a minute at most. It took me at least 10. Just like standing there waiting, awkwardly checking Instagram. I'm like, I can't open TikTok because I'm not going to watch TikTok videos in the middle of a grocery store. That's weird. I'm not going to do that. And all the while I'm like, you know what? You're lucky. You're lucky I love this kind of shit when it happens to me in real life, because it gives me something to complain about on the internet. Which is like kind of what I do for like a majority of the day. But I don't understand. I mean, I know it's probably like just their protocol to... There's a lot of hidden time. Do I have it set to randomized? I do. Okay. I know it's probably like just like basically their protocol to have one of their colleagues go get a new item, and I assume that was once thought of as a service to the customer. But if you're making the customer wait an unnecessarily long amount of time, it's not a service anymore. It's an annoyance. And I do think that as any kind of business, store or otherwise, the last thing you want to do is annoy your customers. Usually I don't mind this store, by the way. Like, the employees are very friendly, they're very like polite, very helpful, and like just generally, from what I can tell, nice people. Whereas other stores I go to sometimes, they're like not necessarily rude, but I'm not even going to bother with you, Magnemite. Not necessarily rude, but just like, I don't know. If I'm a customer in a store, I expect to be like, they don't have to bow down to me and like proclaim their loyalty to me as a customer or something like that. I mean, I'm not a fucking like king, but I wish I would. But I do like a certain sense of respect. I appreciate when I'm giving my business to you as a store. And I understand that the people being, and not even like disrespectful on purpose. It's just like they're teenagers and they don't really know like how to act half the time, and that's okay. But I don't know, when I'm trying to think of a good example, because this is like one of those emotions you have and then you're like, okay, let's give an example, and then you can't think of a very good example and it just makes you seem like a little bit of an asshole, which maybe I'm just a little bit of an asshole. Entirely possible. Maybe I'm just like deep down I'm a Karen. Could be possible. I don't think I am, but I don't think Karens think they're Karens, so I could be. Makes you think. But just like a general example, right? If I'm checking out at a grocery store and like the people I'm checking out at are like talking about, for instance, the party they're going to have the upcoming weekend, or like the party they had last weekend or whatever, I think that's pretty unprofessional. As like while you're working in a grocery store and there are customers like lined up at your registry, I think like that's like non-business related stuff. And obviously I know that you can't be like full serious all the time and I like just keep a poker face for like 6 to 8 hours a day if you're working there. But there's downtime in a grocery store where you can just like hang out with your colleagues. There's plenty of time like that, because most people like, I like this song. Most people like during the day are at work. So between the hours of like 10 and 12, not that busy in a grocery store. And then between the hours of like 2 and 5, again, it's probably not going to be that busy. So you can just like hang out and talk with your colleagues and friends then. But if it's like high traffic hour, you shut the fuck up and do your job. Like, am I an asshole for thinking that? Because to be fair, the fact that they're talking to their colleagues and friends about non-work related stuff doesn't necessarily impact their performance as an employee of the grocery store. But it does, like, yeah, maybe I'm just a Karen. It does diminish a certain amount of like care and respect I'm expecting as a customer of mostly any business. If I'm giving you my money, I'm expecting to at least get your fucking attention. Then again, I'm not directly giving them my money, I'm giving their boss my money, but if I don't do that, their boss can't give them money, so... And that might be like an indirect economic like correlation they don't quite understand, because they're like halfway through high school. And again, I don't think they're horrible people for this, but all I'm saying is the grocery store I went to today, I had to wait for 10 minutes because I got the service of not getting my own eggs for some reason. Usually, it's very good with that kind of thing. It also like employs a lot of like not teenagers, which is real nice. While other stores around here have that issue. So I usually go to this store because I think, well, it's not like insanely more expensive than any other store I go to. Some items are a little bit more expensive, granted, but those items I tend to like get in other places because they're cheaper there. But I think like that's what I value in a business, and as a result of that, the businesses that do think about that kind of thing, I will frequent more. It's also the closest store to me, which is a very nice coincidence. To be fair, there's one other store that's about the same like distance away, and those people are like a little... Again, I don't want to call it rude because it's not necessarily rude. I think I've been talking about this whole grocery store thing for like half an hour at this point. We have not even been alive for half an hour. Wow, that was a short 20 minutes. I feel like I've been rambling for 45. I just said half an hour. Again, it's been a long day. I need to drink some more water because otherwise I'm gonna fucking pass out halfway through the stream. You can't see this, but when I started streaming there was a huge chunk of ice in my water. There isn't any more. Ah, it's cold water though, that's nice. Ah, that's real nice. Don't forget to drink water. It's very important. Like, as a streamer, it's very important to not forget to drink water, especially if you're streaming for like hours a day. I don't, obviously. At least not right now. I have in the past. I've done like some 12-hour streams, like 1 or 2 times. That was hell. But also just with this kind of weather, I'm assuming it's like mostly everywhere on Earth. It's hotter than it usually would be. Though that might not be the case at all. With this kind of weather, it's important to drink a lot. Also, another PSA to like the 2 people that are watching this at the moment. If you're outside, just like have a look in any cars you pass, because if there's like a child or a dog in there, please smash the window and get that thing out of there, because people are stupid. And like I don't want I don't want to be responsible for you guys destroying other people's property, but I think if you leave your dog or child in a car with these kind of temperatures, you deserve a lot more than having your car window smashed. You deserve to have your face smashed. Don't do that though. And I think, I mean, I don't know, like, legally everywhere on Earth, or in America to begin with, for that matter, but I'm assuming in most places you'd have, like, a plausible cause to, like, not get the hell suit out of you, because you are literally saving a life. And even the excuse of, I was going to come back in like 5 minutes. A car in the sun with these temperatures, like 5 minutes can be enough to like do some major damage to if it's like an infant or like a dog or something like that. So I always try to, when I'm outside, which you shouldn't be outside during this weather, but if you have to, keep an eye out on cars. That's my PSA for today. And don't like come crying to me if people sue you because you smashed their car windows. I didn't tell you to do that. I didn't tell you to do that. I did tell you to do that, but okay, I've never had to do it. Let me preface this by saying that I've never had to do something like that before, and I hope I never have to. But like, what do you do after taking the child or like the pet or whatever you take out of the car? After you take it out, what do you do? Because with a dog, it's maybe not that bad, but if it's like a child, you're not going to take that home. That looks real bad if you do that. So that doesn't seem like a good idea. But you probably don't like just stand out there and wait for the parents or the pet owners to come back. You might. You might. I guess you just call the police? I guess you just call the police. That makes a certain amount of sense, right? I guess that's what I would do. Why are you in jail? Usually talking to smash a car window to save a kid from the heat. I mean, honestly, I very much doubt that anybody would ever go to jail for that. You might get like a fine. But even then, I don't know, like, depending on like local laws. But even then I have to imagine that you can like fight that, because I don't know. I know what I would do. You probably are supposed to call the police first and then wait for the police to arrive so that they can break open the car. Now that I think about it, that seems a lot more sensible. But even then, that can take like that can easily take like 5 to 10 minutes, if not more. in which time it could be dead. Could very well be dead. So, I don't know. That talking about being dead. I'll probably just call the police and smash the window anyway. Even if just to get in some fresh air into their car. This is not legal advice, by the way. I want to make that abundantly clear. Never take legal advice from a YouTuber. Like, at all. Never take legal advice from anybody but your lawyer. Isn't even, like, better statement. And if you don't have a lawyer, well, just don't take legal advice from anybody anyway, because this can only get you in trouble. Because people think they know the law, like people like me, and they don't. It's like law school is like a very like difficult and long process to go through for a reason. Like the law is not an easy thing to get a grip on. And how like all the intricate details work together, and there's a lot of it as well. So everything I say is hypothetically. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I wish this ROM also had the physical special split, because it is a ROM hack, and apparently that is possible to apply into ROM hacks in Gen 3. So I very much wish that I had that. I guess we go into El Pooch. That's gonna be like a thing from now on, right? El Pooch. It's such a stupid name. We can maybe stay in against this. I don't know. I don't know when Oddish evolved. I just had my Oddish evolve in through the years, and I forgot what level it was. I think it's like 20, mid-20, so we're probably not gonna get there. And it doesn't get Mega Drain until, well, it's probably, I don't know if it's mid-20s, because I don't think I'm at the mid-20s yet through the years. Gen 5. I haven't recorded anything past the episode that went up yesterday. Because it's been very, very hot. And I've also been working. So tomorrow is a recording day. I'm going to have to at least record that through the years episode, because that's supposed to go up on Monday, the next one. And then I also have, like, potentially, if I can, a second through the years episode. I really need to also, like, record 1 or 2 spotlights. And then potentially 2 Birth by Sleep episodes as well. Which is the series that's going to actually get started today. Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. I'm very curious to see how that series does. Because obviously the Kingdom Hearts 2 Let's Plays, the Randomizer and the Vanitas one, they've been doing fairly well. Obviously, we've only had 1 episode of the Vanitas series yet. Tomorrow is going to be the second one. So I'm curious to see how other Kingdom Hearts related content will do, especially if it's not weekly, but like 3 times a week. If it'll just like drop down to again like 15 views a video, which would be fine. I'm kind of hoping for like 20 to 30 though. But I'm being realistic, and that might not happen. There's a lot of Final Fantasy IV music in here, and I'm kind of okay with that, but I feel like I should have added another game, because I didn't realize how much of this playlist would be Final Fantasy IV, because it has a lot of music. A lot of good music, admittedly, but a lot of music. So yeah, I'm fighting wild Pokemon that are pretty much like 3 levels higher still than me after grinding for like half an hour. I'm talking about grocery store stuff. I'm probably just gonna, I don't know. I'm probably just gonna go to level 16 across the board and then see what happens. And drink some more water. While we keep grinding at this. What are the odds of Oddish evolving at level 16? About 0%, I'd say, but We can hope that Fire Red Omega changes that up. It learned Stun Sport, yeah, it didn't evolve. No, it really did not. I don't think level 16 is going to be enough to even take on my rival fight. I'm going to be real with you. That's going to be an issue. Because that Magby was like level 20, wasn't it? But we have to do a little bit more switch training as well, so maybe everybody's going to be level 18-ish by the time we actually finish grinding. And then we're going to take on the rival fight again. And at that point, maybe the rival fight is just a better way of grinding to begin with. This is going to be... That's a critical hit. That's pathetic. Wow, that's real pathetic. Venomoth is also like early mid-30s, right? For evolution. So that's not going to happen either. This is like such a... I don't want to say epic song because it's like lacking a lot of like high tempo and a lot of bass in order to be like truly an epic song. But it's a very adventurous song for just running back and forth in the same patch of grass over and 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 over again. I'm very impressed by the amount of times I was able to say "and over" again without like stumbling over my words. I think I deserve a prize now. Let's see. I don't know why Bacon is on the team actually. Hold on a moment. Bacon should... Oh. Even if I put him in the box, I still gotta yeet him after the gym. So we wasted that Bacon encounter like a lot because I should have just not caught it. Why didn't anybody stop me from catching it last stream? I should have not caught it, and then when I like get to the end game, I should have gone back, caught the Bacon, and gotten the Salamence because Bacon is a useless piece of crap. Salamence is a good piece of crap. A useful piece of crap would have been a better punch. Damn it! I don't know if you can call it a punchline if it's not really even a joke. It's just like stating some facts. Also, for those people who have seen the Through the Years episode already before watching this, I did go get some chocolate ice cream. I didn't get chocolate ice cream, but I got ice cream with chocolate, so it counts. I got it a day later though. I didn't get it that same day. You see, 420 is going to be level 17 by the end of this, and I don't think honestly Venonat is going to be too useful to begin with, so maybe grinding Venonat isn't that relevant to begin with, as a matter of fact. Let's just see what the rival fight has. Yeah, that was a bad start on my part. Thundershock will do still not a lot of damage, and oh my, that's not good for me. Okay, suddenly this Golbat is much more of an issue than it was before. I don't know what happened before. Did I just get really lucky with paralysis? I must have. Holy crap. There you go. Next up is Magby, which will be the death of me. Okay, we need a lot more grinding, clearly. A lot more grinding. Okay, so in order to get through that, what do we need? You will be useful for the Golbat. But then what do I use for the Magby? I guess Bacon? Bacon is the best thing I have for the Magby. And then the rest of the team I literally don't know. But we should be able to at least somewhat easily start actually grinding now, because we're actually the same level as the wild Pokemon, which is pathetic because, again, we're about 40 minutes into this. This is gonna take forever. I was hoping to take out Misty today, and granted, I probably should have done some grinding between streams, off-screen, off-stream, stream, whatever. But this is still a little ridiculous. Holy shit, that's a lot of damage. Let's go into 420, because we also still need something better on 420. Maybe like an evolution for the upcoming gym fight itself. Do we like cheat a little bit with rare candies? Maybe. Yeah. Should we? No, we're not gonna. If we make it to an hour and we haven't had any progress yet, I will. I very much doubt that that'll be the case, but just like in the next 20 minutes, we probably should see a little bit of progress. We probably won't see much progress actually in the next 20 or so minutes. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, very unlikely. If we've been at this for 40 minutes, that being said, we are now looking a little bit more closely at which Pokemon we actually want to level up. But having to go back because we get paralyzed every single time is really bothersome. Can we go south? No, that's still the same as in the original game? Yeah, it is. And we can't go back here because somebody forgot to program the fucking collision data on this game. So we, I don't know what... I hate static. I despise static. It's such an annoying thing. See, I don't know if I should be leveling only one powerful Pokemon. Probably not, because we're going to need multiple powerful Pokemon in the gym. Yeah, I think the way I'm doing it is quite a good idea. Just get both of these grass ups to about level 20. And I still don't really have much of a strategy for Magby other than just hope that it doesn't use Sunny Day. It's kind of my best bet at the moment. Just hope. Just a lot of hope. It's the only thing I have. Anyhow. This is the most interesting goddamn live stream I've ever done. How close are you to leveling up? Not very is apparently the answer. So I probably should be switch training into... Fuck. Was that a critical hit or was that just like base damage from Bacon? Because Bacon... You are the reason I got eggs today, which led me to that entire tirade about eggs in the grocery store, which... I don't know. I'm kind of feeling like I might tell that on our video again, because I still think there's a, like... I don't want to say it's a good story, but it's a good, like, show of... We have, like, protocols and rules in place, but once you just start following them without thinking about it, they kind of, like, lose their purpose. And with kind of, I mean, like, totally, in this case. Like, obviously, you can't, like, take that to a logical extreme, like, oh, if you stop thinking about it, like, the law doesn't matter anymore. That's not how that works. I mean, you still can't murder people, even if you think really hard about it. Just don't murder people. It's just generally a bad idea. How did we get to murder? From buying eggs? Well, for a moment there, before I realised it would make for a good story for on stream, I did feel a little bit murderous. Because... It was real annoying. Okay, so... I think we're about ready to start trying again. But just to see how we stack up now, right? And if we can maybe start switch trading against a rival fight, that would be kind of nice. If we could do that. We've got like half an hour until like I have to leave. So, because the next video will go up in half an hour. That still does not do a lot. I can take it out though. That's probably the most important part. Being able to take it out. And then I can yak dig. With Gust I can take out the Ghastly. I don't want to say easily, but kind of easily. And we've got a Snubble. For which we can probably just use 420 or something. Doesn't really matter what we use here. Okay, you actually take that remarkably well. Because you're level 19. Okay, so we can take everything except the Magpie fairly well. Is what I'm hearing. Because this doesn't just like one-shot Bacon again. Because Bacon hasn't gotten any level. So I need... Wow, that didn't do any damage. I mean, we've got a couple of Pokemon with Quick Attack. That might, like, do a thing. You don't have Quick Attack. I don't know why I sent you out. Yak should have Quick Attack. That gets us real close. I mean, you won't survive to use Disable, even though that would have been real nice. I mean, you have Quick Attack, but... About halfway through the Magpie. Min-max damage is a real bitch. On Alpooch. But we can, like... If we just roll those dice a couple of times... Fuck that. If we just roll those dice a couple of times... It's die. If it's plural. Slugger. English. That shouldn't be an issue. Oh, and now we have Hatbot. Okay, things just became significantly better for us. Because Hatbot... How much more does Hatbot do compared to the other moves I had before? Like Rage... Hatbot... Not that much more actually than Blight. So... We do need to keep grinding a little bit more, but we're going to definitely put you on slot 1, because you're going to be our default move of choice. And then, nope. And then we probably want to have Bacon be a little bit of a higher level, just cause Magpie is also level 21. And you're going to static me. I know you are. You didn't. Thank you. It's a nice change of pace, not getting staticked. Is that a verb, getting staticked? And there goes Bacon. Bacon is dead. Please never let Bacon die. Holy hell, if Bacon just like disappeared from Earth, I would be very sad. Because Bacon is... Okay, so Bacon is both overrated and also amazing. I just feel like Bacon gets a little bit too much credit, but it's also really, really good. Like, everybody says it's 11 out of 10 good, which is a little bit too much, but it's still like 9 out of 10. Am I alone on this one? I feel like people probably think that's a sensible opinion, right? Thinking people overhype Bacon but still love Bacon? I don't know. VLC, I don't want to tell you how to do your job, but... And I know that this is a result of like what randomness does. You don't feel very random at the moment. You feel like playing like a bunch of Final Fantasy songs and then a bunch of Hat in Time songs and then a bunch of Final Fantasy songs and you're just ignoring the other games I put in there in the first place. I'm not complaining because everything I put in here is pretty good music. Doesn't feel very random. Fun fact, I think iTunes random shuffle function actually had to be made less random, and like there had to be like somebody that made an algorithm for that to be like less random, because people thought it wasn't random because it was too random. And when you have randomness, it means like you can play the same song twice in a row, or songs by the same artists very close together. And that seems like it's not very random. It's exactly what I'm experiencing right here. So Apple actually had to make an algorithm that seemed random but wasn't. Things like if you have a song by a certain artist, you can't have a song by that same artist for X number of plays. Those kind of variables included. It's a very interesting thing that was a very bad thing to go into. Very interesting thing to think about, what is like the nature of randomness and stuff. I've been watching a lot of Vsauce over the past week or so because I've been bored out of my mind, because I've been lazy, because it's been hot. And I don't do very well without like having some sound going on in the background, whether that be an audiobook or YouTube video, like just like a TV show. Don't really usually passively watch TV shows. I pretty like actively look at those. But an audiobook I can just like put on in the background while I'm like doing other stuff, as long as I'm not like working on audio myself. Obviously at that point I can't listen to any like entertainment media. But other than that, like if I'm just like chilling out, or I'm like making dinner, eating dinner, whatever, I pretty much always have something on. And to be fair, I'm guessing that I am that audio like itch for most people watching my videos. And that's what I always say. I'm very happy being background noise. I don't mind it at all. I'm happy being background noise. I don't need you to pay full attention to me. As a matter of fact, please don't, because if you pay full attention to me, you'll notice that what I'm saying 9 times out of 10 doesn't make any goddamn sense. And also, if I'm just background audio, that racks up like a lot of watch time, and that's good for the YouTube algorithm. I mean, it was a couple of years ago, and it's still a metric that they display prominently on the dashboard page, so I'm going to keep subscribing to the idea that it's an important thing for the YouTube algorithm. So is interaction, though, so comments and stuff. I have a theory. And it might sound like a stupid theory, and a theory you're probably not going to hear a lot of like YouTubers say, because it feels like they're just like begging for super chats and stuff like that. That's not what I mean. But I was thinking a while ago, YouTube's algorithms, even like, damn it, I didn't mean to keep you out. This is a botched attempt. Even the engineers at YouTube don't really know what goes on inside their black box AI. They made it with and they set it to like, we want this result, and however you do that, the most efficient way, you do that, but we want this result. And depending on what that result is, the algorithm changes. And it's like constantly changing anyway, because it's self-learning. Like a couple of weeks ago, I realized this could be huge. That paralysis could be huge. After all this, maybe static is what saves me. It probably won't be, but it could be. Anyway, so I figured YouTube is a commercial business. So it would make a lot of sense if like videos and channels that make a lot of money get like good grades, and god damn it, I did it again. Get good grades in the algorithm, because that's at the end of the day, that is the goal, right? Is making money. And up to very recently, I don't want whirlwind, that was, at least for YouTube, like solely based on just advertisement. But now they have like super chats and memberships and stuff like that. So I'm very curious to if anybody's done like any research into this, like testing, if you can even test this properly. But if you have a channel with like a relatively low amount of viewers and watch time, but a comparatively high amount of revenue, meaning that you've like if you have, instead of 100,000 people watching, you've got 10,000 people watching, but out of those 10,000 people watching, like instead of 1% giving like super donations or super chats, like 6 or 7% does, right? So comparatively, it makes a lot more money per view per like hour watched. Would YouTube consider that to be like a worthwhile channel? because of that metric. I'd have to assume so. I kind of feel like it has to, right? Probably it doesn't matter at the end of the day, because like as far as like strategies go, it's easier to generate watch time than to generate like viewers that consistently like give you money. So at the end of the day, that doesn't really change too much. Also, having Spark really is going to change this battle up quite a bit. But it made me curious just to like think about how the algorithm works, because nobody knows for sure anyway, and how things like that would factor into it. Okay, so that still does half HP. Holy hell. And you have oh my god. It has a citrus berry. He has a citrus berry. That's bullshit. I need more power. It's just that easy. I need more power. Then again, okay, I'm gonna try one more time, because we have Spark now, and Spark is a lot more powerful against this Golbat. So that should allow me to go into this. I don't know if Yakdik definitely is the right choice. That actually worked out fairly well. Let's keep Yakdik out for Ghosts. Actually, let's switch out into Alpooch. Spark you. See what Spark does against you. You got paralyzed. That's wonderful. That's honestly wonderful. I just need like a critical hit. Thank you. That's exactly what I needed. I can do this. I won. I won. I won, I won, I won. Exactly when Papu's Pyramid started playing. Okay, we can go through Nugget Bridge now. That wasn't stressful at all. Nugget Bridge should be a lot easier than the rival fight. In theory, that's 4 Pokemon. Okay, maybe it won't be a lot easier. Wait, what? Doesn't the fact Nincada has a ground type? Okay. That is an interesting revelation. Spinarak, you will not be a ground type, but I can use Yakdik against you, so you survived. You see, I didn't want you to survive. It's the thing. I probably should be using my electric and grass type Pokemon as much as I can, because those are going to be the most useful in the upcoming gym. The reason I'm doing Nugget Bridge first, by the way, is because that allows me access to at least one new route, which means that I can get a Pidgeotto. Which means I can get some more encounters right after the upcoming gym, if we win, that is. Because we've got 20 minutes to win the upcoming gym fight. That's not going to be a tight schedule at all. Yawn, but I can switch out after this, and I should, because Oddish. Yakdik is now evolved, so this should be a one-shot. It was not. Nothing is a one-shot in this game. A lot of bug catches, which is good for Yakdik, not very good for my like general vibe of leveling up my electric and grass types. Going not badly so far. Are you a ground type? You're not a ground type. Yeah, that's good. I'm poisoned though. You, however, are a ground type when you evolve. One more time, but not right away yet. Keep in mind, we've been playing for about an hour at this point with the speed button. And what we've done is made it through Nugget Bridge. This is... wow. I really need like 2-hour streams again. Hopefully, starting next week, we can do a little bit longer streams again, and I won't be literally melting my face off. Wait, is that a coughing and a viper? Is that a Jesse and James reference? Is it? It feels like it is. Okay, we've made it through Nugget Bridge, which means that now the actual challenge starts. We've got about 15 minutes to do this. I very much doubt that we will. But hey, we can try. This should be a misclick. This should be not that big of a deal at the end of the day, right? I can just sweep through most of this. Yeah, Swimmer Lewis just got swept. And Corsola... almost scary. Almost scary. Okay, so the gym trainers, piece of cake. Gym leader, I feel like not going to be as piece of cake. And then we'll maybe do some catching this stream as well. Depending on how long this gym battle takes me. Maybe we'll do it at the start of next stream. Okay, this does not bode well for laughs. Okay, that's a 1-shot. Psyduck is a 2-shot. Okay, not bad. Seadra, not a dragon type. I lived somehow. And wait. Seadra? Poison? What? Huh? That doesn't seem right. Probably should have seen that coming. I need something with quick attack. There you go. Poison point on Seadra. Is that a change? That does not. That doesn't seem correct. That doesn't seem like would usually be the case. So yeah, my issue with my strategy here is that I have one powerful Pokemon and the rest is grass types, which all only have Absorb. It's a basic ability, basic game ability. I learn something new every day, I suppose. I did not know that. What I do know is that I'm going to die horribly here. Bew, you're going to get us through here and attract. Yeah, the critical hits that. Thank you. Thank you for trying. Okay, so basically what we're learning here is grass types are just a big no-no for the most part. So let's start off with the grass types. Because I very much doubt that... What did you lead with? Again? Staryu? You might have Aurora Beam as well. Wait, are you a Psychic type in this game? You're not. You know, the Super Potion ended up kind of like just healing me, which is fine. Hold on. Why didn't I have Leaf Blade? I evolved. I'm a Gravel. Where's my Leaf Blade? Aren't I supposed to have Leaf Blade? I think I'm supposed to have Leaf Blade at this point. Okay, so now with Alpooch, I can... Fuck. Okay, we outspeed now? Spark is a contact move! Spark is a contact move, that's right. I probably just like wanna poison you is the thing. And then die. Waste a move with Bew. Waste 2 moves with Bew. There you go, you're actually useful. When you knock out a Pokemon, you don't take poison damage because logic. Quick attack should... doesn't take it out. Poison did. Then we've got the Starmie at level 23. Holy crap, that's a high level. So yeah, the thing I'm picking up on here. We're gonna need a slight bit more in leveling. We've got some time to do that. Not a huge amount, but some. I guess we just like... Again, I'm very confused as to why I do not have Leaf Blade. I guess we just Fury Color it up. Until we get paralyzed, and then we just keep going. I'm not going to go back to the Pokemon Center for paralysis anymore. I get paralyzed one turn later anyway. I don't care. So let's go to level 23 with all of our usable Pokemon, which are Rex, 420, and Alpooch. Probably should be using Absorb against the Sentry, eh? Yeah, probably should be paying a little bit more attention. So this is going fairly quickly. I think we'll be fine. At least for Rex it is. I don't know for the other two. Everybody at level 23 probably should be able to take on the gym. A little bit of luck. A little bit of luck won't hurt. Okay, so now we go back to the Pokemon Center. It's a little bit of a slow stream. But hey, at least we took out the rival fight. At this pace, we'll be done with this series in like 3 months. And I'll have missed a lot of community runs. But again, when the weather like calms down a little bit more, I'll go back to doing 2 hour per session. And if I wouldn't have been so goddamn busy with work this week, I would have done a second stream as well to make up for the fact that I'm only doing 1 hour. So maybe during next week we'll do that as well. Or we'll do that as was the planning to begin with, though I don't know that for sure yet. We'll see how my schedule ends up going. I'm in contact with somebody that needs quite a big amount of work on a project over the next 2 or so weeks. If that project ends up going through, I will not be streaming during the week. If it doesn't go through, there's a decent chance, unless I get another project like just thrown in there randomly, there's a decent chance that I will stream, at least like on Wednesday, Thursday, something where the temperature is a little bit more acceptable. And then obviously next Saturday as well. Can we just kill the damn Electrike? Would be nice. Thank you. Level 23, we learn Screech. That's so useful. Alpooch is already level 23. So I guess we go 420 and then we try again. I very much doubt that this is going to do what we need it to do. Maybe those couple of levels are going to make a difference. Maybe. Probably not, but maybe. There's always a chance. I love it when I run into a Sentry and I can just like absorb. Really paralysis. Absorb them and get HP back and like just deal a lot of damage. And Sentry also don't give bad experience, I think, right? Yeah, it's seen bad, seen worse. I'm really just not a fan of leveling up Oddish. It's a tedious and slow process because it's a weak, kind of like piece of shit. It should evolve sometime soon though. Surely. It is about the level it is at in Through the Years. And in Through the Years, it's a Gloom. And it just evolving into a Gloom, it's very close to getting Mega Drain. At least in like the Gen 5 Learn set. At this point, it's really close to getting Mega Drain. Oh, I'm wrapped in. Well, that's going to be an issue because I don't think I can Poison Powder you. And Bite... Bite is what you used against me. Absorb, not going to do shit either. So, can I switch out? I can't switch out, so I just have to wait until you kill me. The only thing I can do is absorb you. Maybe I can actually... Okay, paralysis is going to mean that you win this. I'm going to say maybe I can actually win this. I know I don't have any damaging moves anymore. I can put you to sleep. Probably shouldn't do that. I should probably just keep spamming Poison Powder to die quickly. Can I Run away. Oh, put you to sleep and then just run away. That was a way better strategy. Probably should have thought about that a little earlier. Though I didn't realize that when something is like trapping you in like a wrap, does it also work for things like Whirlpool and Fire Spin, where you have residual damage if you put them to sleep? Would make a certain amount of sense if it worked that way. Okay, so for 420 we're going to go to level 21. Then I'm going to find the hidden rare candy to go to level 22. And that will just have to do, because we have like 8 minutes until today's video goes up. And at that point I do want to go offline. Because, okay, we are evolving. Oh, that was probably very loud. I'm so sorry. It's kind of dark in here. I didn't see my mic. So there should be a hidden rare candy. It's Pidgey in here. What else is in here? Oddish. Okay, so nothing useful is what you're telling me. I know I have like 91 rare candies. I can use this one. Okay, so level 22 Gloom instead of whatever I had before. And level 23 Rex. I probably could do with one more level. Could I? I probably could do with one more level on Alpooch as well. Ah, that does so much more damage. That was a critical hit. That makes a lot of sense. That was 2 critical hits in 3 turns. Wow. So technically speaking, you want to use your electric type for this because he has got aerial ace, obviously. You know what? I'm just going to stay in against the Seadra because I don't think... Wow. I don't think it can survive at this point. There you go. And then Love Disc, let's try to Yak Dig it. Let's make Yak Dig do something. Oh my god, that doesn't do anything. Wow. Okay, let's Alpooch. I'm immobilized by love. Okay, this attempt is dead. Love Disc. The bane of my existence. It is love. At the end of the day. That ends up defeating me. Ironically even. Also, why do you have it so good? Because the anime? Never mind. Makes perfect sense. So, yeah. Togetic is just literally a matter of luck whether or not we win against it. And then we still have Starmie to deal with. Ain't good. Ain't good for me. So for Togetic we definitely need to have Alpooch. Also, was that Signal Beam or Hyper Beam? I didn't pay attention. Could have been either. That was Blast Burn. What? That was Blast Burn. Okay, so with a little bit more strategy, I think we might be able to do this. We know that we need Alpooch for the Togetic. But we also know that we can absorb you to death. That's a real nice placed critical hit. We can also pretty like consistently deal a lot of damage against you with absorb. Enough to the point where even with the damage you're dealing against us, we can take you out unless we hit ourselves in confusion and we lose a Pokemon. Probably Yaknik can quick attack you to death at this range. You can. Seadra. That's what we're going to use Rex. Pretty much sacrifice Rex just to deal a little bit of damage. Unless you Dragon Dance and yeah. Real close. You're probably going to Super Potion at this range. You're not. Okay, that's amazing. Love Disc. I need to use my useless Pokemon on the Love Disc because I don't have anything else to deal with it. That didn't do anything. Holy fuck. And now we have Alpooch for the rest. Please. Thank you. Stormy. Don't fuck it. You fucked it up. You fucked it up again. It's a love disc of all things that's tripping me up the most, I think. Maybe I just need to go get a Pikachu. Have a second electric type. Maybe that's the key to success here. Just get another Pikachu, get it to level 23. I think that's what we have to do. Obviously, there's no way in hell that we're doing that today. But we should be able to take care of this fairly quickly next time around. Okay, so we're going to stay in. We're going to sacrifice 420 to do a little bit of damage. We're going to go Alpooch. Spark you to death. We're level 24 now. Bit of an advantage. Yakdik. You're real annoying to deal with, you know that? Okay, you're halfway down. Somehow, Mew seems to have been doing not horribly against this thing. It's actually kind of useful. Which is insane. Okay, so at this point I can quick attack you away. There we go. Togetic, we can go back into Alpooch. Spark you. Quick attack. You have a Lemonade, because of course you do. I just realized I should probably go get items. That might like push me over the edge here and win. How much does one absorb? Ah, nothing is what that does. We got very close. With the Pikachu, we can probably do this. But that will not be happening today because the episode for Birth by Sleep for today is going to go up literally within the next minute. So it's been a nice one. We've done about an hour and 15 minutes. I'm going to get a Pikachu next time. We're going to level that up to level 23 as well. We're going to get some items, if we have any money left, that is. And I think with that, we pretty much have a strategy to win this. And then we can immediately move onto the Azazan and maybe also do Surge next time. That would be nice. We didn't end up beating Misty, but we got fairly close and we beat a rival fight. So we actually did make some progression. And we also have a rival fight next time, don't we? Well, at least all the grinding we do now, we can more or less just like put onto the new Pokemon as well because of the Rare Candy rule. So, see you all next time. It's been a short but a good one. Bye.